What's going on YouTube? This is Clickwood, and today I'm going to be bringing you a new video from my Madden Ultimate Team. We're going to be looking at my updated lineup. Now this lineup is going to include a lot of cards that were given to me by my buddies Chase Plays Madden and XRyan915. I was also donated some coins by a couple other people, so that helped build up my team, of course. But let's take a look at the actual lineup that we're putting together to build my team and to hopefully get me some wins here against head-to-head seasons, as well as making these solo challenges a little bit easier. So starting off with the offensive line, we've got Eugene Monroe. We got two Mikey Potties, one at left guard, one at right guard. A lot of people, frown upon having multiples of the same card. I don't really worry about it. But the big thing here, let's take a look at this card here, the Chris Johnson card. I absolutely love this card. This is my favorite card that I have on my team. It's only 90 overall, but that speed, 98 speed, his agility is 96, the acceleration is 98 as well, making him one of the fastest cards in the entire game. I absolutely love using him. I can get around the edge super easily, and you're going to see that in my gameplay. At wide receiver, we have one of his teammates from the real NFL. We've got Nate Washington. That card's super overpowered. Victor Cruz, Des Bryant, and then tight end Vernon Davis. I love using Vernon Davis. Now at the bottom here, you're going to see I actually have a tight end Donald Penn, and I actually really like to use this card because it's one of the best blocking tight ends. I think it probably actually is the best blocking tight end in the game, and I run the ball a lot. So that's something that I always try to keep in mind, making sure that I have the right players for my type of style. Here I do have the quarterback Walter Payton card. I do also have a Colin Kaepernick, which is a pretty good card, but I have a lot of fun playing with this quarterback Walter Payton card for some reason. Once I start to learn how to use the option, I think it's going to be deadly using a 96 speed quarterback and a 98 speed running back. So that's kind of my strategy with going running the ball, using a lot of speed, and a decent offensive line. Nothing super overpowered or anything, but decent enough to get the job done. Now on defense, Rob Ninkovich. This is probably my best defensive card at the moment. Really enjoy this card. He's nice and fast. He's also strong. He's got everything going for him. He's one of the better DNs that you can get that's not extremely expensive. I don't remember if Chase or Ryan gave that to me. Sorry guys, I forgot which one of you gave it to me, but whichever one of you guys gave me that card, you've given me tons and tons of sacks, so I really appreciate it. Middle linebackers, Carlos Dansby and Patrick Willis on my defense are awesome. They're such a good duo. They just do so much damage. They stop the run. They play the pass. Looking at my secondary now, taking a look at Altron Werner is one of my favorite players in the NFL right now. I think he might be my favorite corner in the NFL. Brent Grimes is a really good card in this game as well. That Terrence Newman card, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I've always just kind of had this thing about Terrence Newman where I don't really like him that much, but he's really good in this game. And then at free safety, I do use Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. A lot of people will probably frown upon that because I do have good safeties, but he's super fast, and I love user controlling him. So for my specialist positions, Devin Hester as my kick returner and punt returner. I don't really use him on offense much at all. I use whatever default kicker and punter that I got. I don't really care about that. It's not hugely important in the game. They do a decent enough job, so I don't really mind one way or another. But you're going to see at the bottom, I do have quite a few players who I could put back there. I've considered selling this Devin Hester card because I know it does go for like 40 or 50K on PS4. But at the same time, I don't really necessarily need to. I think that he does his job as a kick returner. I don't really need to put a different guy back there or anything. So for my head coach position here, I do have Mike Tomlin. I know this is like one of the most basic cards that you can have, but I just love Mike Tomlin because he looks like the doctor from House, Dr. Foreman, and that cracks me up. So you know what? I'm probably going to end up using him for a little while. I don't care if he's 82 overall. He's hilarious, and that's what I like to see in a coach. So I did think about wrapping up the video right then and there, but I did want to give you guys just a little bit more. So I thought what I would do is maybe open up a couple pro packs here. I do have a decent number of coins. You're going to see that the number of coins jumped up quite a bit from when I recorded my lineup video to this point, but that's just because I did quite a few solo challenges in between that point in time. So that's all that was. But here we go. Let's look through the cards that I do get. You're going to see why I don't open up a lot of packs. I don't get very good luck when I do things, just in general. That Josh Wilson card isn't worth a dang thing. None of these cards that I opened here really were worth much at all. Now granted, I only opened up a few packs, but it's been that way for me for a long time in various different things. I just have bad luck doing things that are completely random like this. One big example of that is that I used to play poker a lot, and I still do play on occasion, but I used to play a lot, and it felt like I was constantly losing going into the river on hands where I'm up 80-20, 90-10, and guys are rivering me and taking me for huge pots. And I know everybody says that. Everybody says they have bad luck on rivers, and everybody says that with poker, but, you know, it really felt like that. So it is kind of irritating, but what can you do? In this pack, I do open up a pretty decent card here with Henry Hynoski. It's not anything spectacular. It's worth a couple thousand coins, though. You're going to see I pretty much end up sending all of my cards to reserves because, again, I'm still a noob at this. I don't know which cards are worth anything. I know Ryan and Chase have pretty much told me that there's only a couple silver cards that are worth anything. Almost all, or maybe even all of the bronze cards aren't worth a dang thing at all. So, you know, I'll probably end up just throwing most of my stuff to the reserves here, and in the future for the most part, as long as I have space to do so. But yeah, so I just need to make sure, obviously, that I'm not throwing away anything that's worth anything. So a lot of times I'll go and double check, just make sure that I'm not throwing away anything that's worth a couple thousand coins here or there. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little lineup update and this short little 4-pack opening. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button below and let me know in the comments section. Oh, and make sure that you let me know what you think about my team. Do you think that I need to make improvements somewhere? Am I missing something? Again, I'm still a noob to this game, so I want to hear your comments. If you could also subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate that as well. I will have some head-to-head gameplay footage up for you guys later tonight, possibly tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But thank you again for watching, and I will talk to you beautiful bitches again soon.